Morning children. Today we are continuing the exercise 1.1. In a previous class I have already solved the sum of the problems up to question number 4. Where the question number was find the property under the addition used of each of the following. Okay, in the first that was the identity property and the second it was a commutative property. Okay, and today we will go for the next one, that is the question number 5. Question number 5. What they are saying, using the appropriate properties of addition of rational number, evaluate the following. Means they are already given the rational numbers, they have only given the rational numbers. Here you have to apply the proper property of the addition and evaluate, means find out the values. Okay, the question they have given, the first one, that is 5 by 7 plus minus 3 by 8 and plus minus 4 by 7 plus 9 by 8. 9 by 8. Okay. Here, what is the property we need to put here? That is first one you already know, that closure property, and the second one you already know, that commutative property, and next one associative property, right? And here the addition they have given, we can go for the closure property for this part once and this part for once. Okay, and so I keep here the brackets for this, where I am using the closure property for the first property of the addition. Here first, whenever they are given, you have to take the LCM. Here whenever the addition is there or any thing you are doing, then what you are doing, that we are taking the LCM, because addition is there, maybe it is subtraction or addition, we are going for the LCM. Okay, the first thing 7 and 8, where the LCM will be always 56, and here 7 8s are 8 7s. Okay, now 8 5s are 40 and 7 3s are 21. Okay, and now here also bracket is there, again here also LCM is the 56 and 7 8s are 8 7s, 8 4s are 32 plus 9 7s are 63. Okay, and now evaluation means already we applied the property, that is closure property for the addition. Now 40 minus 21, it will be 10 minus 1 is 9 and 4 minus 3 is, it is 19 divided by 56 plus, and here 12 minus 3, because 63 minus 32, 3 minus 2 is 1 and 6 minus 3 is 3, 31 divided by 56. Okay, 63 minus 32. And now again here we are having one more addition, but 56 both are same, the LCM will be always 56. Yeah, that's why 1s are and 1s are. Okay, and now 19 1s are 19 plus 31 1s are 31. That will be, our answer will be 40 divided by 9 plus 1 is 9 plus 1 is 10, 3 1 4, 50 divided by 56. Okay, if it is going to we can also simplify this, that is 2 25s are 50, right, and 2 28s are, the answer will be 28s are, 25 divided by 28 will be your answer. Okay, and the next thing, again they have given the b equal to, that is 4 by 11 and plus 3 by 8 and plus minus 7 by 8 plus 20 divided by 11, that is minus 20 divided by 11. Here also I am grouping like this, right, and both are not in the same table, that's why the LCM will be 88 plus here also 88. 11 8s are 88, 8 11s are 88. 8 11s are and 11 8s. 8 4s are 32 plus 11 3s are 33, right? And next 7 11s are minus 77 plus, not plus here, it is plus into minus, it will be now 28s are 160, right? And next 32 plus 33 will be 60, 5 divided by 88 and here plus 7 and 7 means we are adding but keeping the negative sign here. That is 167 is there, 160 is there and 77. Just add them. 7s are, so it will be minus 237. Okay. And the next here again 88 and here we are doing the addition, that is minus 237 plus 65 is there, but we are performing the subtraction here, that is 7 minus 5 is 2 and 13 minus 6 is 7 and 2 minus 1 is 172, that is minus 172. Okay, and here also you can simplify by cancelling or which table they are coming. For example, 2 8s are 16, 1 remain, 2 6 are 12 and here 44s are, and again simplify, 2 4s are 2 3s are and 2 2s are. The answer will be minus 43 divided by 20. Minus 43 divided by 22. Okay. I hope you are understanding how I did here. But first I am applying some properties. Okay, and after that we just evaluating, means we are solving the problem. Okay. Next is, that is the third one you do on your own. Just apply the brackets and solve it. Okay. That is C1 will be your homework. Question number 5. Okay, question number 5, C. And the next one, that is sixth one, verify. I hope you have noted down this. Okay, and next I am going, if you are not noted down, just pause it and you can note down. Okay. The next question is, that is sixth. Verify the property of, what they are saying, verify minus of minus x equal to x. Means we have to prove that minus of minus x equal to always x, like this we have to prove. Okay, and the things they are given, that is x equal to, the first one, x equal to 3 by 5. 3 by 5. Now I need to get the same value as a 3 by 5 apply after applying this. Okay, here what they are saying, minus of minus, what is x suppose, 3 by 5. Okay, and now minus into minus plus 3 by 5. What is this, our x? Hence verify. Hence verify. Okay, and the next one, second one you do on your own, or okay, I will solve that too, but it is a negative. X equal to minus 7 by 9 and our property is minus of minus and x is minus 7 divided by 9, right? Okay, and yeah, this is first whatever there in the bracket we are solving that. So minus and keep it is minus into minus plus 7 by 9, right? And here that is again multiplying this number to be minus 7 by 9, then again we are getting the x. Hence here it is also verified. Here it is also verified. And the next one, third one, they have given us x equal to 13 divided by minus 15. Minus 15. Okay, we will see this. Minus of minus x is our property, where minus is minus applied, and next minus of 13 divided by minus 15. How it will be? Minus 13 divided by minus 15 it will be. And this minus get cancelled because the negative will be for this also and this also, right? So next minus this get cancelled, we remain with the minus 13 divided by 15, where it is also x, because here that is there for the negative sign is there for denominator, but still we are reading minus 13 divided by 15. Okay, next. Okay, noted down this. The next thing, that is question number 7. Find the additive inverse of the negative of 7.1. Find the additive inverse of negative of minus 4 by 4. Means inverse of negative of minus 4 by 11, we are saying. Here additive inverse of what? Negative of minus 4 by 11. This is our x. Okay. Now minus into minus is 4 by 11. The answer is this. For this is our x. Now find out the additive inverse of this. Then the additive inverse will be minus 4 divided by 11. Minus 4 divided by 11, because they are saying additive inverse of negative of minus 4 by 11 means first negative of minus 4 by 11 it will be 4 by 11. For additive inverse for x will be minus negative of that number, then it will be minus 4 by 11. Okay. And the next one, 8.1, find the sum of additive inverse of. Find the sum of additive inverse of. Eighth question. Find the sum of additive inverse of. Additive inverse of 3 divided by minus 7 and negative of 7 by 3. Okay, they are saying sum of this and this, but before that what they are giving, inverse of 3 by minus 7. What it will be? The inverse of minus 3 by minus 7 it will be 3 by 7. And plus, because they are asking for the sum, right? And negative of minus 7 by 3. Then negative of minus 7 by 3. Both sum of additive inverse of. Additive inverse of 3 by minus 7 will be 3 by 7. Right? And negative of 7 by 3 it will be minus 7 by 3. For both the rational numbers we have to do the sum. Okay? And here the operation we are doing here is that is addition, and here both are not in the same table. The LCM will be just multiplication, that is 21, and 7 3s are 3, 7s are, and here 3 3s are 9, and the plus will be same, 7 7s are minus 49. Now here we have to add 9 for minus 49, then it will be minus 40 divided by 20, because it is minus 49 plus 9. That means we have to do the subtraction here. 49 minus 9, and whichever the bigger sign is there, for the 49 it is subtraction sign is there. That's why I am keeping the minus 40 divided by 21. Okay. They are saying the sum of additive inverse of 3 by minus 7. The additive inverse of 3 by minus 7 will be 3 by 7, and negative of 7 by 3. Negative of 7 by 3 is minus 7 divided by 3. Okay, and sum. That's why we are adding both, and we are taking the LCM. LCM will be 21, and after that 7 3s are 3 7s are just multiplying. 3 3s are 9, and 7 7s are 49. Where it is a negative, that's why minus 49. Now deduct 49 deduct 9 from the 49. That's it 40, where the bigger number is having a negative sign. That's why I am keeping the 49 minus 49 sign. Okay, our answer will be minus 40 divided by 21. Okay, next. Next question is 9th one. First one they are saying that is 5 by 7 plus 0. The answer will be how much? That is whatever you are adding to the 0, then you are going to get the same number. Again we are getting the 5 by 7. Right? Whatever I am adding to the 0, we are going to get the same. Okay? That is the identity, additive identity. Next one, additive inverse of 0. The next thing, additive inverse of 0 is always 0 because the 0 is the not having any positive or negative sign. Okay, it is universal. That's why the additive inverse of 0 is always 0. And the next one, that is subtraction of two rational number is always a rational number because subtraction of two integers will be always integer, or multiplication of two integers will be always like this. The subtraction of two rational numbers is always a rational number. Next answer is always a rational number because we have studied the closure property. Subtraction of two rational number we have taken in the closure property, where we are going to get one more rational number, right? The same thing. Okay. And the next one, that is fourth one, negative of minus 5 by 4. Negative of minus 5 by 4 is, it is 5 by 4 because minus 5 by 4, negative of minus 5 by 4 equal to how much? Minus into minus plus 5 by 4. That's our answer is 5 by 4. Negative of minus 5 by 4 is 5 by 4. Okay. Next one. Sum of a rational number and its additive inverse is, sum of a rational number and its additive inverse is always 0. Because consider the fifth answer is 0. Here an example I am giving. Sum of rational number, sum of 4 by 5 plus additive inverse of minus 4 by 5 will be always 0 because this will be 4 by 5 minus of 4 by 5. In 4 by 5 we again deducting the minus 4 by 5. Then the answer will be 0. Okay. And here this 1.1 exercise completed, and the next one I am going for the next properties of multiplication. Now in our previous classes you have studied the properties of addition and properties of subtraction, and today we are going to study that is properties of multiplication, and one more is that the properties of division. In this rational numbers we are studying the properties of addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Okay, in previous classes you studied about the addition and subtraction, and today I am just teaching you the properties of multiplication. Okay, I hope you have noted all this. Next I am going for the properties of multiplication. Okay, here also you are having the 6 main properties. Properties of multiplication. Okay, the first one you are studying the same as closure property. First property for the multiplication is closure property, and the second one is that is commutative property or commutative property. Commutative property, and third one associative property, and the fourth one, that is the property multiplicative identity. How you studied in addition, additive identity, the same way it is in a multiplicative identity. And the next one, that is multiplicative inverse. Multiplicative inverse, or it is also called as the reciprocal property, reciprocal of any number. And the next one it is, that is distributive property. Distributive property. Okay, here in a closure property you have studied that where two numbers can be multiplied. In addition you have studied two rational numbers can be added and giving us one more rational number. The same way in a closure property, if you are multiplying any two rational number gives one more rational number, that is A into B. Okay, in commutative property, where you are writing as in other ways, multiplying in other ways, that is A into B equal to B into A, where in a commutative property for addition you have done already, that is A plus B equal to B plus A. Okay, and next one, that is associative property. A into B into C, again A into B into C. Wherever the addition sign was there, that is replaced by the multiplication sign here. And here the bracket I am applying for A into B here, and here for the B into C. Okay. And the next one is multiplicative identity, means whatever number, identity means we have to get the same answer, right? A into 1, we are going to get the again same identical number. Whatever in here in multiplication we need 1 for the same answer. If you want to get the same identical number, then we are multiplying the same number by 1. Okay, and the next one, reciprocal of a number. Okay, here multiplicative inverse means in a additive inverse we are just studying, but here we are taking the reciprocal. For example, the number is 3 by 5, then 5 by 3. Then we are going to get the same answer as 1. Means here we are writing as A by B will be multiplied by B by A, then we are going to get that is 1. Then we are going to get the 1. Okay, and the next one is, that is distributive property. For distributive property means here thing is that when we are writing A in the bracket B plus C, then we are distributing for the addition. Distributive property for addition it is. For addition, then we are distributing here A into B plus A into C, means we are distributing. And for same for subtraction, under multiplication, that is A into B minus C, then we are going to do the A into B minus A into C. To avoid the confusion, just apply the brackets. Just apply the brackets here. Okay, these are the properties for the multiplication, where the first one is closure property, where it is having the similar property. For the addition it will be A plus B, and for the subtraction it will be A minus B, right? And for the multiplication it is A into B. A into B, that is your first property of the multiplication, that is closure property. If we are multiplying any two rational number, then again we are going to get the one more rational number, that is our closure property. Closure property. And commutative property, where the multiplication of two numbers in one way or in either way we are going to get the same answer, that is our commutative property. Associative property, here the three rational numbers are multiplied in a different ways, then the answer will be equal. In multiplication it is equal. And the next multiplicative identity will be, whatever we are multiplying with a number 1, then we are going to get the same rational number. If a rational number is multiplied to 1, then again we are going to get the answer as a one more same rational number. And multiplicative inverse means the reciprocal of any rational number always gives us a 1. For example, a by b into b by a, then answer will be always 1. Answer always will be 1 because both are going to be cancelled here. Okay. And distributive property, for addition and for subtraction under multiplication here a into bracket b plus c, where we are multiplying for the addition, that's why a into b plus a into c, and for the subtraction a into b minus a into c. Like this, these are the properties. I hope you have noted down this. Okay, we'll go for the one by one property, taking the numbers, rational numbers as the example. Okay, the first property, what it is saying, if you are multiplying two rational number, then again we are going to get the same rational number. Okay. Now I am here take a as a 5 by 6 and b as a 7 by 3. Okay. And here what our closure property say? Two rational number are multiplied and gives us a one more rational number. Then 5 by 6 into 7 by 3. Okay. And whether we can cancel here any numbers? No. That's why just multiply, because our operation is multiplication, then just multiply them. Multiplication, here we are not taking any LCM, just multiply. And here 5 sevens are 35 and 6 threes are 18. 6 threes are 18. And whether we can again simplify this? No, just we got one more rational number. By multiplying any two rational numbers gives us a one more rational number. Okay. And next. Okay. And here for this homework will be solve the problems by applying closure property for addition, subtraction and multiplication. Okay. And here first one is a equal to 3 by 6, b equal to minus 6 divided by 7. Second one, a equal to minus 5 by 7 and b equal to minus 10 divided by 12. Third one, a equal to minus 6 by 9 and b equal to 5 divided by 11. And fourth one, a equal to 3 by 5 and b equal to 6 divided by 30. Okay. I hope it is visible now what they are saying. Okay. Here a equal to 3 by 6 and b equal to minus 6 by 7. A equal to minus 5 divided by 7. Minus 5 divided by 7 and B equal to minus 10 divided by 12. And next one, A equal to minus 6 divided by 9 and B equal to 5 divided by 11. And next one, A equal to 3 by 5 and B equal to 6 divided by 13. For this, apply closure property for addition, subtraction and multiplication. For each 3 problems you have to solve for addition, subtraction and multiplication. And next one, in a question number in 1.1, solve the question number 5C. Already I have solved A and B. Okay. And next properties I will discuss in a next class. Okay. Thank you. Until then, take care.